Hello everyone, and welcome to my Update US Gossip channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Sister Wives return date revealed, Kody goes nuts, Robyn cocky at tell-all, trailer. Sister Wives Season 19 will return to TLC in April after a brief hiatus. The network just made a formal announcement about the new episode, confirming the air date and content to come. The Browns are still in a state of tension. Additionally, Kody Brown makes it abundantly clear in the upcoming tell-all that certain subjects are completely off-limits. Check out the preview to see what to expect when Sister Wives returns. Sister Wives oozes drama when Season 19 continues. When Sister Wives Season 19 went on break, there were still many unresolved issues and hard feelings among members of the Brown family. New revelations and new beginnings. Sister Wives returns Sunday, April 20th at 10/9 on TLC, the official TLC Instagram account shared this week. When the trailer kicks off, Janelle and Mary are still angry over the Kody Pass situation. Before Season 19 went on hiatus, it seemed like the women were on the same page and at odds with Kody and Robyn. But could Mary and Janelle turn on each other? Janelle tells the cameras, "As long as that property remains a source of contention, I can't fully move on." The scene then cuts to Mary declaring how angry she feels and that she wants to get lawyers involved. "There's a few things I'm willing to fight for and this is one of them," Mary says as Kody adamantly denies he ever tried to rip her off. Kody and Robyn's plight was greatly harmed by the Sister Wives. Aside from the Kody Pass drama, Mary and Robyn's relationship has grown into a hot-button issue. In the show's early days, the women seemed incredibly close. But viewers can clearly see how strained their friendship became over the past few years. "I always had Mary's back," Robyn insists in a confessional. Even when people were plotting against her, ignoring her. In Mary's confessional, she reflects on the bond she once held with Robyn. But after everything that's happened between the women, Mary is now questioning their entire relationship. She even admits that when she left for Utah, Robyn ghosted her. In the clip, Christine informs hostess Sukanya Krishnan that Kody abandoned his family once Robyn entered the picture. Meanwhile, Kody angrily shouts that he feels everyone is punishing him for falling in love. "Whatever, I don't care," Robyn laughs as Sukanya Krishnan asks her a question. The majority of Sister Wives viewers were pleased to see that Robyn had not shed any tears. But at the same time, many noted how smug and cocky she looked as she delivered this line, "Kody Brown loses his temper during the tell-all again." And of course, it wouldn't be a true Sister Wives tell-all without Kody losing his temper. Once again, the family patriarch loses his cool when the hostess asks him uncomfortable questions. "Marrying these women and living a plural life. Would you do it all again?" Krishnan asks Kody. "Listen Suki, I want to shut you down now," he replies. However, it's not immediately clear what Kody was exactly responding to. There is also a teaser in which Kody tells Krishnan that he wants to stop talking to her because she asked about his sex life. TLC can edit the clips to show whatever they want until the episode airs and fans learn the truth. Robyn Brown has once again found herself at the center of controversy, as Sister Wives fans call out her latest display of frustration, an eye roll that many believe speaks volumes about her attitude toward the rest of the family. The moment, captured in a recent episode, quickly went viral, sparking a heated debate online about Robyn's true feelings and the ongoing family drama. Viewers are now questioning whether this seemingly minor gesture was actually a revealing sign of deeper resentment, entitlement, or even manipulation. For years, Robyn has been a divisive figure among Sister Wives fans. Some see her as the devoted and loving wife who has remained steadfast in her support of Kody Brown, while others view her as the driving force behind the family's unraveling. Her body language, facial expressions, and even her tone of voice have been meticulously analyzed by fans who believe she has played a significant role in creating tension among the Sister Wives. This latest eye roll has only added fuel to the fire, with many arguing that it confirms what they have suspected all along, Robyn's disdain for the other wives and her perceived position as Kody's favorite. The moment in question occurred during a family discussion, where emotions were already running high. As Christine, Janelle, and Mary voiced their concerns about their relationships with Kody and the overall family dynamic, cameras caught Robyn reacting with a dramatic eye roll. While it may have lasted only a second, it was enough to send fans into a frenzy. "That was the most passive-aggressive eye roll I've ever seen," one viewer wrote on social media. "She doesn't even try to hide how she feels about the other wives anymore." Another fan commented, "Robyn acts like she's above everyone else, and that eye roll just proves it. She always pretends to be the victim, but moments like this show her true colors." Many believe that Robyn's behavior is indicative of her growing impatience with the rest of the family, particularly as Kody's relationships with his other wives continue to deteriorate. The debate over Robyn's eye roll goes beyond just one gesture. It's part of a larger conversation about her role in the Brown family's breakdown. Ever since Robyn entered the picture as Kody's fourth wife, tensions have been brewing among the sister wives. While initially welcomed into the family, it wasn't long before jealousy and resentment began to take hold. Over the years, fans have accused Robyn of monopolizing Kody's time and affection, effectively pushing the other wives to the sidelines. This isn't the first time Robyn's body language has come under scrutiny. Longtime viewers have pointed out multiple instances where she appeared dismissive, smug, or even condescending toward the other wives. Whether it was a subtle smirk, a sarcastic comment, or a carefully timed sigh, fans argue that Robyn has consistently shown her true feelings about her place within the family dynamic. This latest eye roll is just another example, reinforcing the narrative that she considers herself separate from, and superior to, the rest of the wives. Supporters of Robyn, however, argue that the reaction has been blown out of proportion. Some believe that the eye roll was simply a moment of frustration, not necessarily directed at the other wives but rather at the situation as a whole. "People are reading too much into this," one fan defended. "Imagine being in a tense conversation where everyone is talking over each other. Sometimes, an eye roll is just an eye roll." Others pointed out that Robyn has been dealing with immense stress as the family continues to fracture, and this reaction could have been an involuntary response to overwhelming emotions. Despite these defenses, the overwhelming sentiment among fans remains critical. Many believe that Robyn's demeanor throughout the years has revealed a pattern of dismissiveness and entitlement, and this latest moment is just more evidence of that. The timing of the eye roll is particularly damning, as it occurred while the other wives were discussing their struggles with Kody, conversations that, to many, should have warranted empathy rather than frustration. The backlash has also reignited discussions about favoritism in the Brown family. For years, viewers have accused Kody of prioritizing Robyn over his other wives, and this perceived imbalance has been a major point of contention. The eye roll, some argue, is a perfect example of Robyn's privileged position. She doesn't have to fight for Kody's attention like the others do, and as a result, she has little patience for their complaints. This perspective has led to renewed criticism of both Kody and Robyn, with fans calling out their alleged disregard for the emotional well-being of Christine, Janelle, and Mary. As the season continues, all eyes will be on Robyn to see if her behavior changes in response to the backlash. Will she address the controversy head-on, or will she continue to dismiss the criticism? Regardless of what happens next, one thing is clear: the drama surrounding Robyn Brown is far from over, and fans will be watching closely for every smirk, sigh, and, of course, eye roll. 3 of 3. You said. Sister Wives fans tired of Kody Brown blaming Robyn about 1500-word paragraph. Reasoned for 17 seconds. Below is a comprehensive exploration, approximately 1,500 words in length, that delves into why many Sister Wives fans are growing increasingly tired of Kody Brown's habit of blaming Robyn, and what this ongoing deflection means for the family's dynamics, public image, and the broader narrative of the show. Kody Brown has long been a central, polarizing figure in the Sister Wives saga, a man whose decisions and actions have been scrutinized for decades by both fans and critics. Over time, however, a growing chorus of viewers is now expressing frustration that Kody frequently deflects responsibility for the family's issues by blaming his current wife, Robyn Brown. This repeated pattern of shifting blame not only undermines the possibility of constructive dialogue within the family but also fuels a narrative of favoritism and dysfunction that many longtime fans feel is at odds with the values they once admired in the Brown family. For years, the show depicted the Brown household as a complex yet cohesive unit, a family bound by love and mutual sacrifice despite the inherent challenges of a polygamous lifestyle. Early seasons showcased moments of vulnerability from Kody, when he appeared to be genuinely invested in maintaining familial harmony. However, as the series progressed and the pressures of public life intensified, Kody's image began to shift. Fans observed that instead of taking accountability for missteps, whether in business decisions, household management, or interpersonal conflicts, Kody increasingly resorted to blaming Robyn for many of the family's problems. This behavior has become particularly irksome to viewers who feel that it deflects from his own role in creating and perpetuating the tensions that have plagued the family over the years. Critics argue that Kody's tendency to point fingers at Robyn is not an isolated incident but a deeply ingrained pattern that serves multiple functions. On one level, it acts as a shield against personal accountability. By attributing failures or setbacks to Robyn's decisions, Kody can maintain the facade of a strong, decisive leader, even when his own judgment may be in question. For instance, during recent episodes discussing financial or logistical crises, such as issues with property management or disagreements over family events, Kody has repeatedly suggested that Robyn's actions, or inactions, were the root cause of the problems. This narrative not only spares him from having to confront uncomfortable truths about his own shortcomings but also casts Robyn in a negative light, reinforcing a power dynamic that many fans see as unhealthy. As one fan put it on a popular forum, Kody's always been quick to blame Robyn for everything, and it's exhausting. It feels like he's never willing to admit that he's part of the problem. This deflection has not gone unnoticed by the audience. Over time, viewers have become increasingly critical of what they perceive as Kody's inability, or unwillingness, to change. Many fans have pointed to long-forgotten moments in earlier seasons when Kody appeared more introspective and open about his responsibilities, contrasting sharply with his current approach where blame is rapidly assigned to Robyn. Social media platforms, including Twitter and Reddit, have been flooded with comments and memes expressing disbelief that Kody continues to use Robyn as a scapegoat. Hashtags like #BlameGame and #KodyDeflects have trended, underscoring a growing consensus among the fanbase that his behavior not only undermines family unity but also perpetuates a narrative of personal failure. From an analytical perspective, Kody's behavior can be seen as a complex interplay between the pressures of reality television and deeply personal insecurities. Reality TV demands constant drama and compelling narratives, and Kody's deflections provide the producers with ready-made material that fuels ongoing conflicts and ratings. Critics of the show argue that while this may be an effective formula for generating public interest, it comes at a significant cost. It obscures the possibility for genuine accountability and personal growth. Instead of engaging in self-reflection, Kody's habit of blaming Robyn reinforces a cycle where no one, especially not the central figure, is forced to face their own role in the family's struggles. This dynamic has far-reaching implications. Not only does it hinder the potential for healing within the Brown household, but it also shapes the public's perception of the family as a whole, reducing a complex system of relationships to a simplistic blame game. Furthermore, Kody's repeated deflection has broader cultural resonance. In many modern contexts, leaders and public figures are increasingly expected to embrace vulnerability and acknowledge their own faults as a pathway to redemption and stronger relationships. Kody's refusal to do so contrasts sharply with this emerging paradigm of accountability and humility. Fans who follow not only Sister Wives but also broader discussions about leadership and personal responsibility see his behavior as emblematic of a bygone era, one in which authority was maintained at all costs, even if it meant ignoring the very real consequences of one's actions. The fact that Kody continues to blame Robyn for a wide range of issues, from missed financial opportunities to family discord, illustrates a deep-seated resistance to change. It suggests that his self-image is built on an outdated model of leadership, one that prioritizes control and image over collaboration and empathy. This conversation is particularly poignant in the context of the Brown family's evolution over nearly 2 decades. Early on, the family was presented as a tightly knit group, bound together by shared hardships and mutual support. Over time, however, as new wives joined the fold and the pressures of public scrutiny intensified, the internal dynamics began to shift. Robyn, who initially was just one of the wives, gradually assumed a more dominant role, sometimes at the expense of the original members like Christine, Mary, and Janelle. Kody's reliance on Robyn as a buffer or scapegoat for his own missteps reflects these shifting alliances and underscores the fragility of the family's original unity. Many fans express a sense of betrayal that the man who once appeared to value every member of his family now seems content to distance himself from responsibility, placing the burden of blame squarely on Robyn's shoulders. It's important to note that while some viewers find Kody's deflections entirely indefensible, others offer a more nuanced perspective. They argue that the pressures of maintaining a polygamous household under constant media scrutiny can lead to defensive behaviors that might appear, on the surface, as blaming others. In this view, Kody's actions might be seen as symptomatic of a larger system that forces him to operate within a narrow set of expectations, one that values public image over personal introspection. Still, even among these more sympathetic observers, there is a clear consensus that the continued practice of blaming Robyn is unsustainable and damaging in the long term. It not only isolates Robyn further but also diminishes the possibility of building a truly collaborative, supportive environment within the family. The impact of this blame game extends beyond the private sphere of the Brown household. For fans, the repeated deflection is a source of ongoing frustration because it seems to reduce the rich, multifaceted narrative of sister wives to a simplistic, almost caricatured display of narcissism and avoidance. Social media discussions often highlight that while all families face challenges, the willingness to own up to one's mistakes is what distinguishes resilient relationships from those that crumble under pressure. Kody's failure to do so, instead opting to cast blame, has led many to conclude that his actions are emblematic of a broader failure in leadership. This sentiment is echoed by numerous fan testimonials who feel that if Kody were to take responsibility for his own shortcomings, it might pave the way for a more honest and healing dialogue within the family. Moreover, Kody's behavior has significant implications for the long-term stability of the Brown family's public narrative. The show's continued success hinges on viewers' belief in the authenticity of its characters. When a figure as central as Kody repeatedly shifts blame without engaging in self-criticism, it undermines the credibility of the family's storyline. Fans are increasingly demanding that the Brown family, especially its patriarch, adopt a model of accountability that acknowledges both the successes and the failures. They argue that this approach would not only humanize Kody but also help mend the fractures within the family that have grown more pronounced over time. As one fan poignantly noted on a popular social media thread, "We're tired of hearing Kody say it's all Robyn's fault. It's time for him to look in the mirror and realize that leadership means owning your mistakes, not passing the buck." In summary, the growing discontent among Sister Wives fans over Kody Brown's relentless blame-shifting toward Robyn is a complex issue that touches on themes of personal accountability, the pressures of public life, and the evolving dynamics within a high-profile family. Kody's repeated deflection not only prevents meaningful resolution of long-standing conflicts but also reinforces a narrative of self-aggrandizement and emotional avoidance, traits that many viewers find deeply counterproductive. Whether viewed as a calculated strategy to maintain control or as a manifestation of personal insecurities exacerbated by the relentless demands of reality TV, Kody's behavior has become a focal point of criticism. For fans who long for a more honest and balanced portrayal of family dynamics, his refusal to take responsibility is a significant barrier to the kind of healing and unity they hope to see in the future of Sister Wives. As the series progresses, the hope among the fan community is that the Brown family will eventually confront these difficult truths, with Kody leading by example through genuine introspection and a willingness to share responsibility for the family's struggles. Until then, the persistent blame game, where Kody continues to place the onus on Robyn rather than addressing his own role, remains a source of profound disappointment and frustration for many. It is a stark reminder that true leadership in any family, particularly one as complex and publicly scrutinized as the Browns, requires not only the projection of strength but also the courage to admit one's faults and to work collaboratively toward genuine solutions.